Hello students, welcome back. In the previous class, we saw the different categories of numbers. So just a quick revision, real numbers categorized into two sections, rational and irrational numbers, and rational numbers further divided into integers, whole numbers and natural numbers. So now let's take a look at each of these definitions. Now natural numbers are denoted by n. Okay, n for natural numbers. And what are these? Now if you take a look at your number line, you just need to look at the positive side but not the ones that are fractions. So natural numbers are nothing but something that can be the numbers that can be counted on your fingers. So it will always start from 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot calculate 1 upon 4, 1 upon 2, right, on your fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even your toes until 20 and so on, right. So natural numbers are nothing but counting numbers starting from 1, right. So these numbers are 1, 2, 3 and so on until infinity. Now whole numbers, Aryabhatta introduced a very powerful number, the number 0. Okay, so when you add 0 to the list of your natural numbers, it becomes whole number. So whole number is denoted by W, W for whole numbers, and it is 0 and all natural numbers. Okay, so your numbers would be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So 0 and the numbers on the positive side, okay, but not fractions. Integers. Now when you go back to your number line, see, for natural numbers and whole numbers, we are only looking at the positive numbers, right, that are not fractions. When you go back and look at the negative numbers that are not in the form of fractions, so you include the negative number 0 as well as all the natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. They are known as integers. Integers are denoted by Z. Okay, and they go from minus infinity to infinity. Now why did I write minus infinity to infinity? Because you will have numbers like minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, right. So these are my integers, pretty simple. Now rational numbers, very important, rational and irrational, because the entire chapter will cover mostly these two type of numbers, right. So rational numbers are nothing but fractions. Until so far, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, we've only taken numbers that cannot that are not really fractions. They are actually fractions. For example, 2 can be represented as 2 upon 1, which is nothing but 2, right. But something that is in the form of fraction. So fraction, first of all, rational numbers are denoted by the alphabet Q. Okay. So anything can be represented in the form of a fraction. So fraction will have a numerator and a denominator. Let's call my numerator P and my denominator Q. So something can be represented in the form of P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Now why when Q is not equal to 0? Anything divided by 0 will give you infinity. So a division by 0 is not defined in maths. Therefore, Q is not equal to 0. Okay, I can give you examples like 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3, 1 upon 4 and so on. Okay, or even for that sake you have 2 upon 3, 5 upon 7 and so on. These are positive. Let's take a look at negative numbers. Minus 3 upon 8, minus 1 upon 4, right. So these are my rational numbers. Irrational numbers are the complete opposite of rational numbers. Okay, so something that cannot be expressed in the form P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Okay. So for now I will just give you the examples. Square root of any prime number is irrational. For example, root 2, root 3, root 5 and so on. We will see as we proceed further why these numbers are irrational. Okay, why square root of prime numbers are irrational. Another example of your irrational number is pi. Okay, you need to understand that pi is approximately equal to 3.14. Pi is not equal to 3.14. It is approximately equal to 3.14. Why? Just to make our calculations much more simpler. Okay, we will also take a look at this as we proceed further with our chapter. And finally, you have real numbers denoted by R, okay, which are a combination of your natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, so real numbers will hold both your rational as well as irrational numbers. So this was about the explanation of the different kind of numbers that we will be dealing with, not just in your 9th standard, but you've already been dealing with, just that the definitions were not clear. So I hope you have learned the definition now, and we'll see how we're going to work with these numbers and how they are more defined into detail in the next class. Okay, thank you.
Hope this video increased your knowledge. For more such videos and a completely free educational content, log on to www.epathshala.org or visit our ePathshala YouTube channel. We have each and every question solved for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So subscribe our channel, share with your friends, like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter handle for regular updates and important educational tips, and also win ePathshala goodies. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe this channel and enjoy the freedom of education.